morning, Joseph.
Afternoon.
What's going on? Oh yeah, now it is afternoon now. Almost.
What's up, Charles?
What's going on, pal?
How was your week?
My week was one. No, actually, it was not that good. But besides that, it's okay. I'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
It's it's a work in progress, sir. How about yourself?
I had a birthday.
Oh, that's right. How was your birthday,
It
Joseph?
was good, man. It was good. I got to spend it with my family, sober, present.
Look at that.
Beautiful thing.
It is. Yeah.
And I switched to the, I don't know, would you guys call it the dark side?
Well, we knew
I
that.
went from
right?
Android to iPhone.
Oh, that dark side.
I am so excited. I'm like a little child with this thing, man. I'm like,
I love my
the
phone.
last
love
time
my
I
phone.
had an iPhone, it was an iPhone 4, bro.
That's a few phone. That's 9 phones ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
It's a while.
Oh,
I
those
was
are
always
like
team
the
Android,
mini
and now
ones.
I'm just like, yo, for what I use it, like this thing is like smooth.
Yeah, I see. I was with you
Everybody's
yesterday.
like, I fucking told you so. What the fuck you been waiting?
I was with you yesterday. And we were enjoying it
Yeah.
immensely.
Yeah, you made me.
I mean, I have to fucking show you how to use it, but that's all right.
Yes. But it was a good week.
Yeah, awesome.
It is hot as balls out there.
It is quite the hotness.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
But I'm
But it is summer.
doing my 90 and 90.
I hate when people bitch about it. It is summertime. So it's supposed to be hot.
Listen to me. I work construction. I rather sweat than freeze my nuts off. So
Yeah, I'm the opposite, but it's
Yeah,
all right. I
when
mean, I don't.
50,
The
60
heat doesn't bother me as
stories
much as you, Joseph.
and it's fucking the wind chill, bro, is coming through, bro.
That's different. Yeah. So, what do you want to talk about today?
I think a good topic today should be spirituality.
Oh yeah, that's gonna bode well for
Surprised we
both of
didn't
us.
discuss that already.
Yeah, of course.
So let's get into it. Spirituality. This is the definition. Spirituality, the quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. The shift in priorities allows us to embrace our spirituality in a more profound way.
Okay.
So, what's our step one? We admitted we were powerless over alcohol. It allows it to become unmanageable. 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity.
Okay.
So, I think we're like, some people struggle with the word
Is
God.
this where argument ensues, Joseph?
No, because honestly, this is a controversial topic, and it's something that does need to be discussed. When people think that like just AA is a God program, it is a God program, but it says right here in the steps.
Step 2, you saying?
Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves. So as long as you believe in a power greater than yourselves, it doesn't necessarily have to be Jesus Christ. It doesn't necessarily. It's whatever is greater than you. That's what spirituality is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So for me, my power is God. I've
Gotcha.
never really struggled with believing a power greater than myself because I do believe in God. Just from the way I've been living, I should not be here. That's what helps me. But I get signs all the time, man. I pray for those signs, and I keep getting them, and I'm grateful for that because it keeps me going.
Law of attraction brings you signs, and that has nothing to do with spirituality.
Here we go. Buckle in.
I think. But okay. So then let me.
So
I had a conversation with someone yesterday, actually. Not an AAer, by the way. So
Yeah.
how about then answer me this question.
here we go.
So God, don't
Where's the Hawk, man?
yeah, thank God.
I got him on speed dial. We're still calling.
Yeah. So all right. So God will guide you. So are you saying God is going to guide you to the right way of sobriety? Is that your take?
No,
I'm
guided
asking.
my
I'm
way.
asking.
No, I know. I guided my way to sobriety,
Okay.
but
So how does this higher power help you? Or God, as you say.
because what's the best way to explain this to you? John's so much better than this than me.
Maybe we should add this with John.
Yeah,
But we're
No,
already
dude,
in.
It's
We're
just,
already in.
listen to me. It's something that is greater than myself that gives me faith and helps me work my program.
Okay. So
You
let
understand?
me ask you this then, to be contradictory.
Yeah.
If you, which of course we all pray, Joseph, that this doesn't happen. If you relapse,
Yeah. Is it God? Is that what
then
you're saying?
God did that as well.
No, I took my own will back.
See,
That's not God's will. That's my will.
See, all right. So God's will is only for the good part of AA, and your own will is for the bad part of AA. So,
Because listen to me. Because when I'm not praying and I'm not living in God's
I
will,
mean, he's got to
I'm
control
not
both sides. I would
I
imagine.
Well, no, I got the devil on my shoulder too.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, when I'm living in God's will and I'm living in God's way, means that I'm focusing on myself for the better, and I'm living spiritually. I have faith. I have hope.
Okay, but I all right.
You like that?
Yeah, I love that word. I do things for the better, but it's not that I'm asking someone else to help me do that.
Yeah,
I'm doing that.
I understand. What's that famous cliche that you love? God can move mountains, but you just got to bring the shovel.
The shovel. So, again,
Yeah,
I feel like my way.
yeah. So you're just
Keeps
living in
me-
Charlie's way. It's
No,
Charlie's world.
no.
Charlie created all
it's
this.
not Charlie's world. It's not Charlie's.
Okay,
world.
so
It's not
then
Charlie's
you
world.
believe something made this, something created.
Wait. We're going two different ways here because this is gonna
Yeah,
get
I'm kind of
so. All right, so wait.
This is gonna be hard.
Are you mean what made the universe and all that crap? We talking about that? 'Cause
No,
let's
no,
not
that's
get
a
into
whole-
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
All
went
right,
off
my
topic
point
there.
is, I realize my faults. I do things better for me.
Mm-hmm.
I hang out with all you guys
Yeah.
for the mere fact that I'm controlling my future by staying away from the bad things, the triggers, the things that make me want to drink.
Yes.
As opposed to
Yes, and you are doing that. You're putting that work in. Yes.
correct.
Yes. So that is you. Yes.
Okay. So then, again, if I decide, so what I'm saying is, if I decided to pick up a drink after this podcast,
Yeah.
God made me do that. Correct?
God, no. How could God make you
Well,
do that?
I mean, He can't just make you do the good things and not the bad things. See, this
no,
is where
because I get what you're saying.
here's my problem, and we've discussed this with John, and I don't want to get into a whole.
Yeah.
I don't want people to hate Charlie because he's against God. I'm not saying I'm against God. Whatever
No,
keeps
but there's
you
people,
sober
it's important to talk
is
about it.
important for you,
'Cause there's
and I
people
agree.
Who feel how you feel.
So yes, so my point is, I have morals. We've discussed all this.
Yes.
Not on air. So I have morals. I live by morals, and I set my ways for my sobriety to continue that. I used to put myself in this situation. I'm not going to do that anymore. Now, if you guys, and I say you guys because John, Jack, whatever, whatever. You guys want to say God did that? Okay.
I get what you're saying.
So I can't put the don't forget that I was brought up Catholic.
I was too.
So you're, God will punish you for this. God will punish you for that. God will punish you for this. So that was my whole take on it. And it's like, why
left the
am I
meditation
being
in your mouth.
punished
Yeah.
for something?
No, and I understand that, and I get that.
And there are
That's-
things in life that I don't I mentally can't comprehend that happen if there's a God.
Yeah, I get that.
So I don't argue the fact. Listen. If you believe in God, you believe in Jesus, you believe in, that's great. Whatever. Again, if you go to 90/90, you did the steps 1,000 fucking times. Whatever keeps you sober. That's great.
Yeah.
I choose. I think the decisions I make, I'm choosing for myself. And then John will say the whole, you don't get that lucky. Well, I wasn't lucky all the time. All right, I didn't wrap my car around a fucking tree because I was driving drunk.
Yeah.
Is that luck? I think I'm
that's
just
what
a
I
good
do,
drunk
and
driver.
I mean, listen, I did wrap my fucking truck around a pole. I snapped it in half. So, and I walked out perfectly
Okay.
fine.
That's coincidence. Things happen.
But for those things to happen so many times, bro, in my life, stupid shit, putting my life in danger.
But
I'm not that lucky.
But then what about
I'm
the
not
guy that
lucky.
doesn't drink, wraps his car on a pole, and he's dead?
Exactly.
Why did God take that guy?
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't my time.
But again,
I'm just saying, bro, I got angels, guardian angels or something.
Spirituality, I have a
So let me ask you a
slight
question.
grasp
Let me ask
on.
you a question. So what do you do, right? So let's go back to the steps. Can we talk about what's your higher power? You want to talk about that or no? Because you're sober, you're doing what you got to be doing.
I don't know.
You have some concept of it. Is it like some people do nature? Some people do an ocean.
Well, you just read the first two steps, right?
Yeah.
So and we actually were at a meeting yesterday, and we read about admitting what is the first step? Admitting
that you were powerless over
alcohol, which I can attest to.
Yes.
I don't. Again, it's the higher. It's hard. It's hard for me to put into words what I'm trying to say, and I'm not allowed to make. I'm not allowed to make God jokes, right? You said no.
I mean, I wouldn't. I know they're gonna slip out anyway.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I just again, do I believe there's something beyond us? I don't know.
Spirituality involves the recognition of a feeling or sense or belief that there is something greater than myself, something more to being human than sensory experience, and that the greater whole of which we are part is cosmic or divine in nature.
All right, greater than myself. I'm not God. I could tell you
sure
that.
Or not?
I could tell you that.
Yes.
So
what helps you? What helps you in recovery?
I use my mental stability.
Mm-hmm. But you're going back to your own will. So it's not a higher power. You just said it.
But I'm saying I try to just make the right decisions.
And I get that. That's going back to morals. And I agree with that.
Right, okay.
We were brought up with morals.
Everyone has.
Yes.
Yours aren't the
But
same
now
as
you're
mine.
saying you're not God, right?
I definitely am not God.
Okay, but when you make those actions, how are you like right there? It says power greater than yourself. What do you look at as a power greater than yourself?
I don't know. I don't.
So then you're living in your own will.
John Hawk is a power.
That's your higher power. I can't wait till he listens to this episode.
I don't know. He's better at this than I am.
Oh,
so
I know. Listen, I am not. When it comes to the whole God thing, I don't push it on nobody. You know what I mean? It's what works for me. And, kind of like attraction, not promotion. If somebody has questions about it, that's fine. But I'm serious. I'll never push God on anyone. That's not how I am. I'm not a real religious person. I pray. I do pray in the morning. Well, I got better praying in the morning. But even when I was not in the program, I would always pray at night. I grew up Roman Catholic. I got a funny story for you. I told you about my Arizona story. I went to a rehab out in Arizona, and it was in some friggin' church in the desert, more culty vibes, if you will. And this guy's preaching, like, if you want a new life, a new beginning. So I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm trying to get sober. I'm trying to get clean. Dude, next thing I know, I'm getting dunked in a tank. and then they take me out, and this kid's next to me. He's like, bro, you just became a born again. I'm like, no, I didn't. Dude, I fucking did. So technically, I'm a born again Christian now.
So you believe in Jesus?
I do believe in Jesus. I do believe in God, Jesus, yeah. But, like, Roman Catholic, I get that. I grew up Roman Catholic. And with the whole punishing thing, I don't necessarily go to church and, like, I do want to start going to church more. But I don't necessarily, I don't know. I'm still trying to find my, where I fit into with it. Do you know what I mean?
Right. I just look at things that, like, morality keeps me sober. I'm not going to steal from my friends. I'm not going to fuck my friend's wife. I'm not going to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, that's not me, but that's like, God didn't tell me that. I did. I guess I was brought up that way. My family taught me that.
Yeah, because you know right from wrong.
But again,
without good, like, there can't be good without evil. Right? You wouldn't know what's good.
Yin and yang and all that. Yeah, I get it.
Really, though, honestly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Not everything can be good because then you wouldn't know. Right.
Exactly. You wouldn't know right from wrong.
I get that. I get that. But again, you're going from, you want to believe in Christ and the fucking
He's right behind you.
Adam and Eve thing. Jesus. I don't know. Like I said, it's a weird subject for me. I
Talk about it.
like I speak to people. See, this is where the line's weird because I don't pray per se, but I do. I guess I don't know. I guess speaking to someone dead, is that praying?
Yeah.
All right. So sometimes I do that.
But see, here we go. You're speaking to somebody dead.
Right. I don't know if
So
they're
you
listening
necessarily-
to me. I'm not sure. But I'm just saying it.
But something in you believes that their soul is still there or something's there.
I mean,
So there's
I guess
something
I'm hoping that's
greater
the case. Maybe.
than you.
I hate using that word.
There's
Well,
something great.
what is that? Someone that's dead. So someone in my past died.
Yeah.
I speak to them. They're greater than me now.
No, I just mean like, no, not them in particular,
Oh.
but like, where are they?
Because
Where'd they
people
go?
say, because you said that before. You said,
What?
well, what is your God? It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
The person that's dead, I don't think is any. Well, I personally.
But
think
you believe
that
that their
person
soul-
might.
their
that
soul lives
person
on?
might be better than me. Yeah.
Do you believe that like their soul lives on though? Like they,
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, for that person, I hope so.
what about you?
I don't.
You think we just go on the ground?
For the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, what is my?
That's it, like-
I don't see it. All right, this is so tough of a
I
topic
know
to
we
talk
picked this
about.
last minute. We should have been more prepared for
Yeah,
this stuff.
no, so I don't see there a purpose for me
Yeah.
after my life is over. But I do see a purpose for me now. If that makes sense. I have kids. I want to make sure
Yeah.
my kids grow up with their morals and their.
Yes.
I want my kids to grow up
Your
with their
kids go to,
father.
like, religion and stuff like that?
No, it's funny. My ex-wife's again weird. She was raised Jewish. My kids, and I wasn't obviously, but we baptized my son, not my daughter. But we never really pushed religion on either one because neither one of us are religious. So they get, my kids just don't give a fuck because they get the best of both. Oh, it's Hanukkah. Oh, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, it's, so whatever. But I don't think there's much religion per se in the kids' lives because that's just not how they are. And well, she's 12, but teenagers basically. But like I said, I mean, I feel there's a purpose for me here.
Yeah.
Like I'm here for a reason. And is that reason to help other people
That's
with
how
their
I feel
sobriety?
now, yeah.
Or that's how I feel now
Yeah.
myself. Or just also do the right thing. Like there's certain things I do now that I would never have done in the past because I never thought about it, or I just had that fuck you attitude, like fuck this guy or whatever. I believe me, I still do things like that. We both just did. Yelled at a guy across the street at a yell. we both get mad
It's
at
still
stuff.
early in the day.
Right. I'm only on my second monster. So. But I mean, I get that. You're not going to be a perfect person.
No.
But if you're conscious of most of the things you do, I just feel that is that spirituality. I don't know what that is, but it keeps me walking the line straight. It's weird because a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people believe, like I won't stay sober because I don't have that higher God, Jesus, whatever the fuck it is. Thing.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to drop an F-bomb in the same sentence, but I like look at people like that, like fuck you, guy. How am I any different
like I said,
than you?
I don't push it on anybody, man. It's whatever works.
If you want to wake up and kneel down and say, God, give me the strength to get through the day, blah blah blah. I don't know. This monster's gonna get me through the day.
So your higher power is monster.
I don't know about that, but I think it's my will to continue doing the right thing daily.
Yeah.
Is my spirituality per se.
Yeah.
Not so much a God thing, a higher power.
So let me ask you a question. Is it growing up, right? Was it You've never truly like believed in a God, or were there events in your life that have happened for you to turn away from God?
I mean, this is a whole fucking share at a fucking meeting right now, but
Talk about it.
So,
Because that's what happens to a lot of people.
I have family that are religious, so knowing my grandmother used to always go to church and do all that stuff and believe in a God and house of worship and all that stuff. I again, God punishing God fearing, that whole fucking thing. Yeah. So I grew up with that mentality, and then I guess along the way, I was like, wait a minute, there's no way there's a guy or whatever you perceive God as. Mm-hmm. I looked at him at whatever, but there's a being that controls all of this, and again, that was my point earlier. Like, so if he controls, then how do you have free will? Like, then he persuades you to pick up.
Well, they say God gave us that free will.
So he's leaving you to your own devices.
That's why I believe that we're put here. Like, this is like everything on Earth, bro, is a test. That's how I see it.
I believe.
Like, I feel like there is something after.
I believe life tests me daily on a daily basis. You have your own
free will to live your life and make those decisions.
But I just believe that you're either gonna make the right decision or you're gonna make the wrong decision. Mm-hmm. Every person battles that every single day. 100%. No matter what you're doing.
Yeah. And I understand what you mean by the God-fearing thing. When I grew up in Brooklyn as a kid, the religion scared the shit, bro. Look, it was an all-Italian neighborhood in Gravesend, Brooklyn. I remember being a little child, and the whole neighborhood would come out. We would stand at the on the sidewalks, and the church, bro, would come with the statue, right? On a friggin'... What are those cars called? What do they put the bodies in?
Yeah, a hearse.
A hearse, right? A hearse on these PA speakers. Playing this. I'm like, what is this, bro? Yeah. Used to scare the shit out of me as a kid. And so...
But I'll give you faith. As a child.
It didn't...
like you just
I
said,
don't know, man. It's hard for me because I never really struggled with it. It scared the shit out of me. I just know that there's something greater than myself. I think that's what helps me. I know there's something more than me.
Listen, we get people that listen to this show, right? Yeah. And I'll get direct messages in Facebook and people tell me, well, a lot of people don't know which one is which. We got to go to video one of these days, but one of you guys said something and it pissed me off and I shut it off. Yeah. I go, well, then don't listen. I just wrote back like, hey, don't listen.
But you know what I get all the time too is people like, yo, you guys are raw and honest, and I think that's what we will go for.
Well, listen, not everyone's gonna like the show. Yeah, I mean, there are people that I speak to that criticize
hate me. Haters gonna hate.
Player. Like, yo,
haters gonna hate.
You sound like assholes yesterday. Okay, thanks.
Who's somebody said I could tell when it's gonna be a good one or a bad one. Yeah, exactly. Judging on the first.
Yeah.
What's up, Joe?
Hey, Joe. But you got like. Again, I don't do this for... I shouldn't say that because it's not true. Mm. But I didn't want to do this from the start.
Do what?
This whole podcast. Well, when I came up with this idea...
Did you ever mention that? This whole podcast idea started from what? A dream, bro. You called me one day. You're like, I had a crazy dream and we're doing it.
I had a dream that... we should do a podcast about sobriety, and I should write a book.
So where the hell did that come from?
A dream, guy. I don't know.
Okay, just your own will and your own dream.
Well, did I not call you the next day like, yo, dude, we should do this? You were like,
I was on board. Yeah, I was like, let's do something different. Fuck it.
Remember you saying, yeah, Jack's on board. I'm like, what Jack? No one hates Jack. Which, by the way, Jack was awesome. When he was on,
yes, he was.
I'm just breaking his balls a little bit, but
somehow he got the most views on YouTube, bro. I don't understand.
Well, he's got more friends than us.
A whole 35.
Yeah, I mean he does sponsor 47,000 fucking people.
72.
Yeah, there you go. This one didn't call.
CK Jack.
This one didn't call me this morning. No, that's not Jack. Never mind.
Anyway,
yeah. So getting back to the nook and cranny of this thing, I just don't.
a nice JBL speaker right here.
Yeah, I just 3.6, dude.
All right, back on track.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Again, it's. So when I get criticized about stuff, well, someone told me I should do. Well, have you finished your steps? Like you do a podcast, you haven't. Like it's not about that. I don't. What you do for your sobriety, I am personally proud of every person that keeps themselves sober, however way they do that. I enjoy the fact that I hang out with people on Friday nights that are all sober. We celebrated someone's sixth 6-year anniversary.
Dude, I got a God shot that night too. That's what keeps me going. Like when I say God shots, it's so many coincidences to the point where it's like these can't all be coincidences. Like for instance, we did the anniversary at Your Journey Begins. Right. I shot over to that other.
Oh, that's why you went to a meeting after.
Oh, I didn't tell you what happened. I shot over to that islip meeting where Jack was speaking, and dude, I'm holding the door for people coming out, and all of a sudden, this kid, I hear, "Yo, Joey." Now let me remind you, this kid I met in Riverhead, he was my grand sponsor. He was my sponsor. I have not seen him in 3-4 years.
Wait, the kid you saw at the meeting was your grand
After
sponsor?
the meeting, when I was holding the door,
right.
He came and said, "Joey," and I looked, and it just, dude, it was like a wave hit me because this kid might be one of the most spiritual, humble kid. Like, dude, you think he's high? That's how he's just so humble.
Brandon,
yeah. And I'm like, yo, no, not that. That's weird, bro. His name's Brendan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm. That's weird,
That's
right
funny.
there. So what I'm saying is, I'm like, yo, B, what's up, bro? He's like, yo, man. This is how he talks. He's like, yo, bro. Yo, we miss you, dude. I've been praying for you, bro. Like, and I'm just like, am I bugging out right now? I have not seen this kid in 3-4 years. I'm like, where you live around? He's like, no, I still live in Riverhead, bro. I'm like, what the hell are you doing over here? It was like 9:30 at night on a Friday, and it's just like things like that, bro. And he's like, no, I'm still out there, bro. I'm just living a dream. He's from upstate, and he moved to Riverhead, got clean, bro. And then he goes, I got 4 years today, bro.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, man, dude, I had goosebumps. I'm just like, that's a sign to me, dude.
It's not a coincidence.
I don't look at that as a coincidence, bro. Because
he's in the rooms, you're in the rooms. You both live in Long Island. That's not a
bro,
coincidence.
9:30 at night. There's meetings everywhere all over Long Island. He's out in Riverhead, and I'm in Islip. It's just weird.
I mean,
bro.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And if that touched you in a way where
And it
you
did,
thought, wow, this is crazy, and that keeps you going
But it's
every day.
stuff like that just
But sometimes
happens
I'd be like, hey,
constantly.
what the fuck are you doing here?
And
That's
I believe
crazy.
it's because I'm spiritually fit, bro. I have my higher power, and I pray for those signs constantly, and it's what works. Here's my thing: if it's working, I don't question it, bro. You know what I mean?
I
if it's
agree.
working
I
and
agree.
it's making me feel good and it's getting me another day sober, I'm going with it.
What happened at the meeting, the same meeting Friday, when all you assholes turned around and looked at you?
Yo, that was funny.
Well, I forget what
I forgot
what was said.
It was something about God.
Obviously,
But-
and then I looked.
But I didn't know they were gonna do that.
You, John, Jack.
I didn't know that.
All turn around.
Yeah,
Like,
the
hey,
same,
hey.
you were tight. I turn around, so you're like, what the fuck?
I'm like, fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you. No.
Dude, because listen, we see it as like perfect example, right? You struggle with the God thing, right? Perfect example. Yo, this kid I used to work with is coming around. We met him at the meeting last night.
Oh, my boy Corey. Yeah. That,
Turns out,
clean 2 years.
yeah.
And I used to run with him.
But turns out, he's doing a whole Christian God.
Yes.
Right? So,
yes.
like, dude, the way I see it and Hawk sees it and Jackal see it is like, bro, that's him trying to friggin', like, show you, like, yo, what's up, bro? You ready or not?
Legit, haven't seen that kid in 8 years.
So that's what I'm saying, dude.
But
And it's just like, we see you fighting it. We're seeing the signs getting thrown at you, but you don't see it.
I mean, again, I'm happy.
And
for
that's
him, by the
okay.
way. His story is great.
You know?
Him and I, we did so much drinking together, and it was great to see him yesterday.
we see it as like, if I couldn't get through to you, Hawk couldn't get through to you, Jack couldn't get through to you. Well, Jack's Jack. But,
Jack did.
but here comes this kid
Yeah.
that you grew up with, haven't seen. You didn't know any of this shit about him. And he's like,
No, I didn't even know he was
this guy
clean.
fucking found God, bro.
Yeah, it was weird.
And he's 2.5 years.
He goes, yo, I'll meet you. What are you up to
So-
today? It was like early in the day. I'm like, I'm going to a meeting later, I think.
So that's
and then
still coincidence,
We'll catch
yeah.
up after, And he's like, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to meet you. And then I met up with you guys.
Yeah.
John was there. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, my boy's coming to me. Oh, it's good of you. And then I even said that. I said, see, this is what helps me. I'm bringing a guy to a meeting, thinking he needs meetings.
Yeah.
So, and then when he
But in
showed up and
reality-
he shared, and he was like, yeah, I'm clean 2 years.
Bro,
I
in
went to-
reality, he
I
was
was like,
put into
oh,
your life.
shit, I didn't even fucking know.
He was put into your life, bro. And for what other reason? What do you struggle with?
I mean, you...
That's still coincidence?
I don't know, man.
But see it, that's all I needed
I
from you.
guess.
Because the old you would have been like, it's a fucking coincidence. Like, see, bro, we see the change. We're starting to see the change.
It's not...
Bro, you're going to start levitating
Oh,
one day.
shut up.
This guy's gonna...
Oh, stop.
I'm telling... Bro, but, like, you can't explain shit like that.
I mean, you guys can't.
Because we have... That,
I mean, I knew... Listen, he moved to California. I knew he moved back.
Yeah.
I spoke to him.
Yeah.
He has a kid here and everything.
Yes.
So I spoke to him. We didn't really... He said, I see you doing a podcast. See
Yes.
you getting clean. Blah, blah. He mentioned me. I said, yeah, you... And
But...
he said that he wants to go to a meeting.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, all right. Like, I didn't know where he was in his sobriety. I didn't know. And then, like I said, then he came, we caught up, talking beforehand, and then when he shared, I was like, oh, shit, I didn't realize,
Yeah.
like, wow, good for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and he's a
What?
yeah, he's one of the last guys I would think would be like, oh, God.
Yeah.
But
What? So, bro...
But that's what got
man's
him
just-
sober. That's what
was
got
God.
him sober.
God.
Something.
A higher power.
It's all it is, but it's something.
But you don't believe that kid was meant to come into your life right now at this time?
I'm
I
glad
do.
he did.
Yeah,
I
100%.
mean, again,
It's coming, bro.
I don't know.
It's coming, dude.
Shut up.
A few more episodes, people. It's coming.
Yeah.
He's like, I found Jesus.
I'm gonna walk in the park. I can't even do one joke.
No. No. We'll lose subscribers.
Fine. All right, fine. You got any announcements, Joseph?
Yeah. I can announce those two events coming up. Also, the Billy Bagels Keep the Faith meeting has been moved. I want to start getting it out there. It's an underground meeting.
It actually was in a great spot yesterday.
We had it at the marina
Shaded.
in Bayshore. We moved it over to Gardner's Park on Montauk Highway in West Bayshore, and it's perfect, man.
Yeah, it's a
Surrounded
great
by
spot.
nature, quiet.
Great
It's got a lot of potential, so we're trying to get that going. Let's go into the Thanks for Sharing group here.
Yeah, if you look at our if you go to Facebook, obviously Charlie and Joey Share is on Facebook, and then you have
Thanks for
Thanks
sharing.
for Sharing,
Just hit
which is
400 members on it
which
today.
is a group that we Joey started when we got out of CK, and it's been growing ever since.
So you got to bear with me now, because now I'm on iPhone, and it's not showing me where my events are. It used to be right here.
Live poll.
No, those are just posts.
Okay. I don't know, Joseph. I thought I saw events.
I had an events page on here.
Okay.
Now I don't see it.
Yeah, well, dead air looking at the phone's pretty good, too. Groups. How come I used to see events, too.
I don't know.
what's happened.
But
anyway.
let's go into the group.
Oh,
I'll
events.
repost
Oh, wait.
them. Oh, you got them?
Yeah.
Where?
Well, here. I have these
Yeah,
two
here, let me read
events.
it off yours. All right, so Sunday, August 21st, Heckscher State Park. SIA is holding a barbecue pit roast. That's adults at $30 a ticket, kids under 12, $25, $10 park entrance parking fee. They're going to have fun, fellowship, and food. It's an open event. All are welcome. And then we got SIA's 47th annual Share-a-thon into action. That's a free event. That's at St. Joseph the Worker Parish in East Patchogue, 510 Narragansett Avenue. And that's all day. 8 a.m. a light breakfast, 12 p.m. lunch. They're going to have workshops starting at 9 a.m. Big book meetings with spiritual countdowns and tons of speakers. And
Will there be JBLs there?
maybe. And that's
You said speakers.
that's it. That's what's going on right now. Subscribe to YouTube. We're trying to we got to go to video, bro. We keep saying
Yeah, we're gonna do that soon.
YouTube, Charlie and Joey Share.
Yeah, at Charlie and Joey Share at gmail.com. If you have questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to say, topics, if you want us to bring up, we will. If anyone wants to come on the show, you could email us too.
If anyone wants to message Charlie about this topic, that'd be
Yeah,
good too.
or yeah, if you want to talk about God. I mean, I'll leave it in God's hands if you guys want to reach out to us. So now, if no one reaches out to us, then we know God just
God's will.
Yeah, God's will. All right. Well, God bless you, Joe, and you have a wonderful day. We'll catch you guys next week.
Have a great day, everyone. Love y'all.
Bye.